The Labour Party, the party of the working man. And what do the working class typically do with their spare time? Well, of course they go to private parties hosted by a billionaire at his mansion, where they are treated to an exclusive and intimate gig by Katy Perry with only 220 people in attendance. That's what our Prime Minister got up to on the weekend, along with the Victorian Premier Jacinta Allen, the ex-Premier Dan Andrews and a bunch of other Labour Party lovies at billionaire Anthony Pratt's mansion in Melbourne, where he paid a reported $1.5 million to Katy Perry for her to perform. Sounds very fucking working class, a private intimate gig from Katy Perry. Here's a selection of some of the guests who were in attendance. Working class my arse. It seemed a very horsey affair. Yet there's still this army of nufties who every day devote their lives to spruiking for the Labour Party, calling them the party of the worker. Useless fucking idiots. It's a cult. You end up with ideologues who are so caught up in being labelled as Labour born and bred that they follow the party regardless of policy.
Oh. So when you want, if you want to come over for dinner, I make really good focaccia. No. Board of raised Labour, so very excited.
This doctor parroting Labour born and bred, Labour born and bred,
Board of raised Labour,
really makes me question if her loyalties are in repeating the Labour Party propaganda or in her care to her patients. Which would come first if it came down to it? You know, Labour could mandate the stabbing of babies and she'd immediately start shouting about the benefits of knifing a child. Now, I'll be fair, Pratt has done this before while the opposition were in power. It's not just devoted lefties that he's playing. And then you'll find a lot of the public just believe that Pratt is simply paying millions to host a party where politicians can get together with industry leaders so they can have a wee chat about manufacturing. Well, what? It takes Katy Perry to facilitate that? There's nothing in it at all for him and his cronies? You see, your politicians are not in charge. Yeah, they might get a few biscuits thrown at them. They might be allowed to implement one of their pet policies from time to time. But at the end of the day, they're controlled by those who can buy them nice things, or controlled by those who can invite them to a Katy Perry party. How fucking corrupt are they all, and how fucking stupid are we, the public? Especially those who volunteer for these pigs. It reminds me of this clip I saw last year from a gathering of young Labour members having a dinner party. A bunch of probably mostly private school educated kids pledging allegiance to the Labour Party and singing "Solidarity Forever," LARPing as the working class. It's a cult, and you're all being played.